I'm Ben.
I'm Megan.
We found out that we were pregnant. It wasn't planned. We don't like to say it was an accident because accident implies something bad. We were very excited. But we found out that we were pregnant in
November of 2024. We were only boyfriend and girlfriend at the time. I had a lapse in my health coverage. So we tested positive and didn't quite know what to do after that.
She told me, say on a Tuesday evening when I got home from work, and she was obviously very nervous. Like she said, we were just dating at the time. I could tell something was off when I got home from work. And when she hugged me when I got home, I noticed she was like really tense.
Shaking.
She was shaking. I'm like, are you all right? And she goes, I have something to tell you. And I thought someone had passed or there was bad news. I'm like, what is it? And she goes, I'm pregnant. This is amazing. Again, we weren't expecting this, but I was immediately just kind of overcome with one, excitement, but also, what's the next step? What do we do? I have not thought about this. We don't know what to do at this point. You just dropped this huge life-changing news on me, and now, okay, let's game plan. Let's figure out what to do next. And she immediately got on Google, and I said, let's confirm that this isn't just a false positive,
Yeah.
which happens. And she found Sac Life Center, and I said, well, let's call them first thing in the morning and see when we can get in.
We called, and they were able to get us in later in that morning.
Yep.
Yeah. Walking in, we were both pretty nervous. I was definitely shaking, and the staff up front just greeted us, and then I was taken back first to confirm with a nurse with a pregnancy test. And I remember when she was testing it, you wait the 3 minutes or whatever it is, and the positive came up very quickly. Very quickly. I would say it was like 45 seconds in. It was very positive, and she said, we don't even need to wait for the rest of the 3 minutes. You're definitely pregnant. Then we went back into the, I believe it's like a consultation room, where they brought Ben back and confirmed it with Ben. They told him, you're daddy. And
I was obviously kind of overwhelmed, but I wanted to be her rock. Just a few days before we found out we were pregnant and we were in here, I lost a dog. And I know that sounds maybe insignificant, but he was with me. He was with me for, all through college and moving and all these life changes, and my best friend. So in losing something that significant to me, and then a few days later finding out that we're going to be bringing this new life into the world, I was very overwhelmed and overcome with just such a level of emotion that I hadn't felt before. And as a guy who wants to be a, tough guy, a rock, whatever, I was really struggling because I don't know whether to be happy, sad. I'm both. I'm excited, but I'm also really heartbroken from what I just went through from losing my best friend, and I did not know how to cope. To be quite honest, I'm like, I need to be there for her, and she was there for me through the losing him, but now I need to be there for her. And in the same week, thinking about that's when I started to really kind of break down, and I went and I found Joanne in her office, and I was like, hey, Joanne, I just wanted to sit with you for a minute, and I wanted to thank her, but I wanted to pray with her, and we did, because I was like, I felt like I needed some sort of guidance as well, and so having the whole staff here, including Joanne, and just sitting in a nice moment with me, I felt much more supported because I wanted to support her, but I didn't know where my support was going to come from. Sure. And I found it in the staff here. So it was just wonderful. And after that, I felt, okay, now I feel more ready for this.
It was hard to see him so emotional, and at the time I didn't know why exactly that was. And so I told him I was sorry. I felt somewhat responsible for putting us in that situation. I feel emotional. And so I told him I'm sorry. And I'll never forget how it felt. Ben said, I don't think you understand how excited I am. And just what a relief that was to have that weight taken off of me just by that sentence. It meant a lot to me. So
starting here was the best thing that we possibly could have done, knowing that I could come back here, we could come back here for whatever, maybe any kind of support. I felt so reassured. Don't think that you can just do it yourself. As guys, as men, this is something that we're kind of, it's kind of insinuated, at least for a lot of young men, hey, you're tough, be tough, you can do it yourself. I'm a big believer that life is a team sport, and I have no problem asking Joanne or anyone else here, hey, what do I do? How do I be the best partner? Who do I turn to? What programs are there for expecting fathers? Whether you're, I was 32 at the time, whether you're 32 or 40 or 16 or, anyone, we're all gonna have the same questions and insecurities because we want to be men and know things and be tough, but knowing that there are people who can help you and guide you, and it's very comforting to know that you're not in this alone.
When I first met Ben, I just knew that he would be a great father someday, and although we weren't ready right away, that was just something that was very evident to me. So seeing him go through this process has been really special. He's been incredibly supportive of me. The first trimester was awful. I was very sick, miserable, grumpy, and Ben was just so patient with me and has continued that patience throughout the entire pregnancy. And yeah, I can't wait to see him with a little baby girl in his arms.
Just a couple weeks.
Just a couple weeks, yeah.